Emotions can be fuel, and different emotions have a different effect on our body and our energy. Some emotions are a lower frequency and some are higher. Lower frequencies can have the effect of making us have less energy, feel lower, feel weighed down, feel heavy, feel kind of even draining, being drained of energy. Whereas high frequency emotions can be energizing, enlivening, create clarity and lightness. And we can tune into different emotional states for motivation, for not motivation, for fuel. And one thing that's interesting about low frequencies, like hopelessness, despair, shame, is it's very has like a weakening effect on the system. You can feel weaker, have less motivation, less hope, less inspiration, find it harder to have any get up and go. And those are very low frequencies. As we move up the scale, while we're still in the realm of kind of low frequencies that are more not very productive, as in producing good fruits, once we hit anger, you can actually use anger for fuel. Anger is a more energized energy than hopelessness, despair, shame, and guilt. And you've probably experienced this. It's part of the human experience. We've all experienced it. That anger can create umph, can create fuel, can create actually a lot of fuel. It can get out of control. It's sky's the limit. Just lots and lots of fire, lots and lots of fuel. And so it's an easy go-to, especially if we are in one of those even lower energies like hopelessness, despair, shame, guilt, or fear. Anger is actually a higher frequency than those. So it is actually a step up to come up to anger. And if we're in one of those lower frequencies, it can feel like necessary or like we don't know what else to do, to get out of those low frequencies than to go to anger. Anyway, so we can use anger for fuel. Outcomes vary. Outcomes, the fruits of that, you can probably guess what the fruits of that are. But luckily, there are higher frequencies in the realm of positive and life sustaining without negative results, like gratitude, joy, and praising God or Source. Those frequencies are very energizing and they are so high. They not only fuel and create energy and take you to a more energized level, they don't have the negative outcomes that using anger for fuel does. The outcomes are all quite awesome. So at any moment, we can ask ourselves, what am I using for fuel? And it's typically in moments when we're needing it, like, oh, I don't think, I can do it. Then that's when our system will kind of reach for a fuel. If we're kind of feeling energized ongoing, we might not be reaching for something. But in those moments when we're kind of needing to reach, dig deeper, we can do it through gratitude, joy, love, and praise, or we can also do it through anger, or even, we can do it through anger. And it's unconscious. So you have to kind of be a detective, look for the clues, pause and observe yourself, ask, notice, get reflections from other people, to notice. I used anger as a fuel for a long, long time, for a couple decades. So, and I've also now used gratitude and love and joy as fuel. And I like it so much better. 2 thumbs up for that. And it takes practice. It's taken me a lot of practice, and practice when not in a low state, just kind of practicing it all the time, even when in a normal state, in a high state, always practicing it. And the more I practice it, then when I'm in a low state, it makes it more accessible to reach for that because I've already been practicing it in normal states, or a whole variety of states. All right, so there we go. Can observe, am I fueling myself with anger or with something higher? And it is so delicious. Life gets really fun when we use joy, gratitude, love, and